The ongoing drama surrounding recent adaptations of Snow White has ignited fierce debates among fans of the classic fairy tale. At the center of this controversy are two actresses, Rachel Zegler and Brett Cooper. While Zegler represents Disney's modern interpretation, Cooper has taken on a more traditional portrayal that is rapidly gaining traction. In this discussion, we will delve into the reasons behind the shift in fan support, explore the controversial changes Zegler has made, and examine why Cooper's version resonates with audiences across the board. The conversation about Snow White extends beyond the film itself. It reflects a broader discussion about how beloved stories should be told in today's cultural landscape. The clash between Zegler's and Cooper's interpretations encapsulates the ongoing battle between progressive narratives and classic storytelling. If you're interested in this dramatic saga, be sure to stay tuned for all the latest developments. First, let's take a closer look at Rachel Zegler, who has garnered attention for her role in Disney's live-action adaptation of Snow White. Zegler has expressed her excitement about the role, stating, "It's so cool. I'm literally the one in that trailer, and I still get chills." However, her portrayal of Snow White is far from traditional, as she aims to modernize the character in ways that have left many fans divided. Zegler's version of Snow White portrays her not as a damsel in distress, but as a self-sufficient leader with her own ambitions. She has described Snow White's journey as one where she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be. This radical shift from the classic fairy tale has prompted outrage among fans, who feel that Zegler's changes betray the original essence of the story. Enter Brett Cooper, a rising star from the Daily Wire, who has captured audiences' attention with her interpretation of Snow White. Cooper has taken on a role that many thought would be filled by Zegler, and her portrayal has become a rallying point for those seeking a return to classic storytelling. With a teaser trailer for Snow White and the Evil Queen released on the Daily Wire's streaming platform, Cooper's version promises to honor the traditional elements of the fairy tale cherished for generations. Cooper's take contrasts sharply with Zegler's modern vision. While Zegler aims to distance Snow White from her romantic roots, Cooper emphasizes the importance of love and companionship. In her version, Snow White's narrative will still include a prince and the magical essence that has made the tale timeless. This approach has struck a chord with audiences who yearn for the fantasy and romance that characterized the original story. Cooper's return to the classic fairy tale is not merely nostalgic. It's a statement that there is still room for romantic ideals in a world increasingly focused on political correctness. The backlash against Zegler's interpretation has become a significant cultural moment, illuminating the broader implications of how stories are told in Hollywood. With Disney's live adaptation criticized for straying too far from the source material, many fans embrace Cooper as a breath of fresh air. Social media is abuzz with comments supporting Cooper, while memes mocking Zegler's portrayal go viral. Hashtags like #NotMeSnowWhite are trending, highlighting the deep dissatisfaction many fans feel with Disney adaptation's current direction. Cooper's portrayal signals a return to the values that fans believe have been overlooked in contemporary storytelling. For them, it's not just about the story of Snow White. It's about preserving the core themes that have resonated through the ages. While Zegler's vision is characterized by a desire for female empowerment, many argue that it comes at the cost of romance, innocence, and the magical qualities that make fairy tales enchanting. Moreover, the backlash against Zegler has intensified due to her public statements criticizing the original 1937 Snow White. She has labeled the portrayal of love and the idea of a happily ever after as outdated, even going so far as to describe Prince Charming as a creepy stalker. These remarks have not been well received, as fans view them as an attack on the nostalgia they hold dear. Rather than presenting a refreshing update, Zegler's comments are perceived as a direct assault on a story cherished for generations. This friction between Zegler's and Cooper's interpretations has sparked heated debates about the future of fairy tales in modern cinema. Cooper's traditional version serves as a counter-narrative to Zegler's progressive take, suggesting that not every story needs to be reframed to fit contemporary values. The resurgence of interest in Cooper's portrayal underscores a desire for stories that maintain the magic and romance captivating audiences for decades. Cooper's casting is more than just a role. It is emblematic of a cultural shift. The Daily Wire, in selecting her, is making a bold statement about the types of narratives audiences want to see. The studio responds to a growing sentiment that fans are weary of Hollywood's incessant need to modernize classic tales, often at the expense of their original charm. In a world where traditional values are frequently challenged, Cooper's interpretation offers a refreshing return to form, catering to those who feel marginalized by prevailing cultural narratives. As the conversation continues to unfold, it becomes increasingly clear that this isn't just about casting decisions or character portrayals. It's about the cultural implications of how stories shape societal values. Fans are eager for a fairy tale that reflects their ideals and dreams, not one that panders to contemporary political trends. The backlash against Zegler also reflects a larger frustration within the audience. Many feel that Hollywood has lost touch with the essence of storytelling, opting instead to infuse their narratives with political messaging that detracts from the joy and escapism that fairy tales are meant to provide. Cooper's portrayal represents a reclaiming of that joy, allowing audiences to reconnect with the elements of fantasy that make these stories timeless. In the midst of this chaos, it's essential to recognize that Zegler's interpretation, while divisive, stems from a genuine desire to redefine Snow White for a new generation. She aims to present a character who embodies strength and independence, challenging the archetypes that have traditionally dominated fairy tales. While her approach may not resonate with everyone, it reflects a broader trend of reimagining classic narratives to reflect contemporary values. Conversely, Cooper's rendition is a reminder that a significant audience longs for stories that celebrate love and romance without the modern complications. This battle between the two interpretations is emblematic of a larger cultural war over the future of storytelling in Hollywood. As fans navigate this heated debate, the conversations surrounding both Zegler's and Cooper's portrayals will likely shape future adaptations of beloved stories. The response to their interpretations will serve as a litmus test for the industry, indicating whether audiences prefer the classic or modernized version of fairy tales. The future of Snow White remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the dialogue surrounding this beloved story is far from over. Will audiences embrace the traditional values represented by Cooper, or will Zegler's modern interpretation find its footing in a changing cultural landscape? The outcome of this ongoing saga will undoubtedly influence how fairy tales are retold in the years to come. As this narrative evolves, it raises important questions about storytelling's role in society. What do these adaptations say about our cultural values? Are we ready to embrace stories that challenge the norms, or do we yearn for the comfort of the classics? The battle between Zegler and Cooper is just the beginning of a much larger conversation about storytelling's future in Hollywood. So, what do you think? Should Snow White stick to its traditional roots, or is it time for a modern overhaul? Are we witnessing the dawn of a new era in fairy tales, or will nostalgia prevail? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this conversation going. Stay informed about all the latest happenings in Hollywood and beyond. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to catch all the new updates. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.